Hey guys, I'm back. I'm back with a tutorial. My son is sitting in here right now, and I told him to leave because I didn't want to record with him in here because it's embarrassing. But he didn't leave. So, oh, and here comes another one.
I'm playing hide and seek.
I will be interrupted many times from this point on, so, but that's all right. It's a family channel. So happy Sunday. I'm back. Had church, went to lunch. I'm full of rice and queso. Feeling great. Church was amazing. And now I have this white nail. And what I'm gonna do is my previous video, you remember me accusing someone of stealing my orange nail. Well, I found it, and I'm gonna show you how to do this watercolor orange nail. And I will put a picture in here of the first time that I did it for a girl named Kaylee. She was one of my favorite clients. She always kept me on my toes. She always had a real fun project for me. But I always got better after appointments because she really did. She gave me some pickles, you know. But these were her nails that she did when she went to, where did she go? She went on a cruise with her sister, and these were the nails we did. So it is watercolor, quite literally. This is like a $10 palette I got on Amazon, and it's watercolor. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I went ahead and I did a white base and I already cured it. And then this is so simple. I think when people hear watercolor nails, they freak out a little bit and they think it's going to be super difficult, but it's not. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a technique to it, and you kind of have to know when to absorb the water out of it and when to add more. But I don't know that I'm going to edit this one. I might just do like a full video. It's honestly not going to take too long. So what you're going to want is, I have these little art brushes. I have a bunch of them. They kind of look like acrylic brushes, but they're not. So you're going to paint your design on, and then you're going to use one of these brushes to absorb the water out of it, kind of like you would, I don't know if you do it when you're actually doing watercolor on paper, but you'll see here in a second. So I'm going to get my oranges. I'm going to put my palette right here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And what I like about watercolor is that you don't have to go in and cure it in between things. You do kind of have to let it air dry a little bit so you don't muddy up your colors. But so I'm going to have a little cup of water here, just like you would if you were painting a picture. Have my paper towel. I'm going to, and really you can make it as vibrant orange as you want. You can make it as dark as you want. I really don't remember what colors I did here, but I kind of do a little mix. I do a mix of a darker one, and you can even go back in later and do some shading. The waterier it is, the less vibrant the color will be. So that's all preference, but I'm going to show you how I do it. So you can do it wherever on here. See, I feel like that might be a little bit brown. The hardest part of this is just going to be getting a fairly even circle. So you put it on there. You don't want to have it be sopping because it'll start to run. Clear out your brush, do a little tappy, and then get that water absorbed out of your brush, and then you go back in with the brush and you absorb the water out of it, and you kind of dab the brush and it'll suck it out of the middle. Dry it off again, and then you can go back in there. And I leave the edge, I leave the edge with the color so that you kind of get that outline. And you know, you can't go wrong on this. It's preference. There's no wrong way to do it. I kind kind of feel like Bob Ross. It's your own little world. It's your own little world. You can do what you want. See, now that's a little bit too white in the middle. I don't like how that look. And you can layer this too. So I'm pretty sure with these, I layered those after they dried. I kind of went back in and added a little bit more. You can even go back in with a brighter color and add a little bit of depth to it. I will say, as easy as it is to do watercolor, it's kind of like once it's on there, it's on there. So you got to kind of be confident in where your placement is, because you could easily hate it, and then you can't really wipe it off. You're going to end up making, or re-top coating it. So, I mean, that's the worst thing that can happen. You don't like it and you need to go take it off, and you have to do another color of the coat. See, now I'm starting to panic a little bit because that's really wet. We don't want that running. So I'm going to absorb a little bit of moisture out of there. And then when it's, you know, you don't want it sopping wet trying to get the right shape, because there's a lot of room for error there. So I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger than I did the other one. Do I have this zoomed in? Hang on a second. Oh, yeah, no, I had it zoomed in. Okay. Come down here a little bit. All right, I'm gonna go back in here. And you know, oranges aren't perfectly round anyway, so don't panic if you don't like the shape or if it's not perfectly round. I kind of like to go for realism, so I think I'm happy with that. Kind of have to finesse it towards the end, otherwise you'll have like a little, actually I don't mind that dark spot there. I think I'm gonna leave it. I like that. Inky, so you're gonna give that a minute. Give it a little blow on it. And you'll know when it's drying because it'll look matte. Okay, now step 2, you're gonna take a detailing brush. I would suggest maybe doing it with one that's not your favorite, or maybe having a set that's specifically for watercolor. Oh, hey, Tenny. No, he's not in here. She's looking for her cat.
No, I'm looking for you.
Just kidding, she's looking for her brother. Same difference. No, he's not in here, baby. All right, now the green. I feel like this is a little blue green. I'm gonna do whatever green sparks my fancy. Let's do this one. And I'll mix a little bit of more of an olivey green in it. I was halfway tempted to do this on blue. I don't know if you all have seen oranges with blue leaves on like a really light blue background. I was tempted to do that, but I thought, no, we'll do this. All right, so now this part, you can stand to have your watercolor be a little thicker for this part, because you're not really going to be pulling away any of the liquid after. This is more so you're just painting it on. And you know, do what you want here. This is just how I'm going to do it. I typically I don't like to freehand too much. I like to have something to go off of. Which is why I'm looking at the nail that I did before. We're gonna come up here kind of around this one. You can even have your leaves kind of cross over your orange. I think that's a pretty look. I go in, I kind of get my rough draft, if you will, and then I'll go back and fill stuff in and add it where I feel like I want more. We're gonna do a leaf down here. Wow. I wonder what he's doing. It's crazy. Alright, we'll go in and fill these in. You can do these a little bit more subtle and go back in and kind of suck some of the water out if you want with a dry brush, but I kind of like these being a little... Trying to get used to this ring light that I'm literally having to look down into. Telling you what, mad respect for people that do this. I'm like, Lord knows I'm going to spend half the time with this not even in the frame. I'm going to come over here and add another leaf just to fix that little part that I messed up. Just make it a happy little tree. I mean, you can see how quick this is. And that's the beauty of watercolor. You really can move a lot quicker because you're not having to stop in between and cure it. Which I did buy a little flash cure thing. It looks like a little flashlight. And that's been nice. So you just go in there like so, and you can even, better yet, because I do what I want, I'm gonna add a leaf coming down this way.
Can I have a piece of?
Baby, Daddy's out there watching football. You can ask Daddy for come, okay? Go.
But you said not right now, and Judas said you could.
So if Daddy said no, then the answer is no. Get out of here. Do I want to add a leaf here? Am I going to regret it? I could regret it. Let's do it. Let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? It looks like duty. It's a fake nail. No one's going to be wearing this. I don't know why I'm acting like it's so serious. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Maybe we'll come out right here. Maybe the placement I was just...
Mom.
Yes, baby.
Daddy doesn't. Can me and Jeb and Judah have jerky? Please?
Tinley, going out, please. Don't, baby, you just came home from lunch. Don't ask me for food. Go. Oh my gosh, what are you trying to do to me? See, I should have gone with my gut. I don't like that. Oh no, actually, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's fine. Yeah, that's not bad. I could even come up over here, but we're not going to. We're gonna leave. We're gonna leave well enough alone. So you see? Now, the point of watercolor is to look like watercolor. You don't want it to look like you took orange polish and globbed it on there. It's the highs and lows that I think. Go on. Go on and go out. Go. Good Lord. Shut the door, please. Oh my gosh. Go get jerky. I don't care. Get out of here.
Okay.
Go. All right, so we're going to lock the door next time. So that's about it. Did you see how fast that was? Honestly, the worst part about it is it's fear of commitment. You kind of have to commit. Yeah, I like it. Let me see. Let me go in with a darker orange just for funsies, because we can do that. That's allowed. Oh no, I'll do a little darker, richer. And I'm gonna dry that off a little bit. And I'm just gonna go around it a little bit. I put, it's called Winter Ambiance. I put that on in the background because I learned a lot from my last video that, silence is awkward. I like that a little sharper. I don't like how squiggly that line is, but we're gonna go right in. I'm gonna blame it on the fact that I washed my makeup off when I got home and I have oil in my eyes, so I can't really see. Yeah, I like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, you know what would be a fun touch to this would be, you know how people will do like those water dots? That would be fun. Because, you know, this just looks refreshing. Ooh, I know what I'm going to do. Hang on. I know what it's missing. I only know what it's missing because I just looked at my little reference now. And once I put it here, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't put that there. We're going to have this one wrap around. And we're just going to do a little baby leaf. Yep, see? I'm telling you what, it's little things like that that will change a nail completely. And that's kind of stressful, quite honestly. Because sometimes it's just like a certain little quality and you're like, well, what's the quality? What is it missing? All right, I'm happy with that. Kind of regret putting those there, but you know what? They're there now. So you're gonna want to let this dry pretty good. You want it to be completely matted, because if it's not, you're gonna go in there with your top coat and it's gonna smear, and you're gonna wanna crawl into a hole, never to come out. I can promise you that. I speak from experience. So we're gonna get all this junk out of the way. And then I'm gonna go top coat it. Now what you saw me do with this, you can literally do with anything else. Any design you want. You can have fun with it. You could do lemons, you could do little blueberries. It's really limitless. All right, I feel like this is dry. You can even give it a little dab. Whoa, yep, I think we're good. Now, don't do that if you're actually doing someone's nail. Don't put your greasy thumb onto it, because now when you go to top coat it and you see that the clear coat is pulling away, it's because you put your greasy finger on it, which typically I wear gloves when I'm doing people's nails so that I have the freedom to touch their nail if I have to. And then too, complete transparency here. I started wearing gloves, yes, because I didn't like messing up my own nails, but because if I'm dremeling and the Dremel wraps around their finger, it scares me half to death and I immediately start sweating, and nobody wants their hands held by someone's sweaty palms. And I'll tell you, it happens more than it should. That electric file just sometimes just gets away from me. No, I rarely cut people, and I'm pretty proud of that. Oh, would you just, have you ever? I'm telling you what, you think you love it and then you top coat it. I'm a little saddened by the fact that I was going to do a leaf there and I started and did not commit, and yeah, all right. Into the light she goes. That was fast. I'm telling you what, the main thing you need to be able to do nails is confidence. Nail designs, I feel like probably are easier than like building a nail with polygel or anything like that. That I think just takes a little bit more practice, but I mean, you could sit down with a piece of paper. You can sit down with a piece of paper and have fun with watercolors, honestly. Or just do this, do what I'm doing here. Get you some fake nails, get this little diamond thing that you stick it on, and practice. I literally started doing my own nails like 10 years ago. I started doing my own gel because I would go get my nails done and then I would come home and I would reshape them. Sometimes I would take the polish off and repaint them because I was never happy with how they would do it. Maybe I'm picky, maybe I'm crazy, honestly. It might be a little mix of both, but anyways, here we are. There you are. Now, I personally, I painted this nail to where, like, if this is on someone's hands, you know, I would see the design if they hold their hand out like this. I personally like to see the design when I hold my hand up, because that's why I do nails. It's for myself. But whatever floats your boat. And that's that. Watercolor orange nails. Super simple. And I'm telling you, if you're doing someone's nails and you're doing this, you whip through the whole hand and get all your circles on. And then while that hand is drying, you do the circles on the other one. While that's drying, you move back over to the other hand. You get all your leaves on, let that hand dry, and then you move over. By the time you're done one hand, the other one's ready to top coat, and you're done. Super simple. All right, well, I'm gonna figure out how to get a picture up of Kaylee's nails when she did these. I think it was 2 summers ago, maybe. But anyways, there it is. All right, I'm going to spare you guys from another video that I edit because I'm telling you what, honestly, the last video, it's the squeaky, sped up voice that you can still hear with the music playing. I tried to mask it with music and it didn't work. But you know what? I'm keeping that one up because it's so embarrassing and that you can only go up from there. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you like it. I hope you look at this and say, you know what? I can do that. If she can do it, I can do it. It's true. You can absolutely do it. Practice makes perfect. If you try it and it looks like absolute doo-doo, come back the next day and try it again and it'll keep looking better. So, okay guys, bye.